Welcome back. It is 9:47 a.m. News and views wrapping up with our final interview of the morning. We cross over to KZN. We are at the Hartley Road Primary School, and we're going to be talking to one of the teachers there about an amazing achievement between him and his grade 2 learners. They have gotten together and they've written a book called Echoes of Despair. Let's understand what it's all about. Whom is it targeted at, and what is the ultimate goal of the book called Echoes of Despair with the teacher Zain Kallan? Assalamu alaikum to you. Welcome to the program, Zain.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Jazakallah for having me.
Lovely to have you on the show. Now, this is the second time you've gone into collaboration with your grade 2 learners doing a book. Talk to us very quickly about the first the first book that you guys wrote. What was it all about? What was the response like from the general public and the parents of the children? And then we'll talk about Echoes of Despair.
Okay, gee, so Alhamdulillah. The first book that I wrote with my grade 2 class of last year was titled Mrs. K's Little Problem. It took us 3 months, sorry, Mark, 3 terms actually to get that book completed. And we had a book launch, and the response of the public thereafter was overwhelming. Uh, we had department officials visit the school, as we were the first class in the history of this country to write and publish our own book, first government school that wrote and published their own books. So it was a massive achievement for the learners to become authors at that young age. Uh, we we managed to distribute the books to schools that surround Hartley Road Primary School, and yeah, the response has been overwhelming till date. We're still getting emails from the public requesting copies, so Alhamdulillah, it is going well.
Subhanallah for that. That's absolute wonderful news. And on the success of that first book, you've now decided with your new grade 2 learners to do another book. It's entitled Echoes of Despair. The title speaks for itself. It sounds like a serious book. And I'm kind of wondering what the book is all about, and if it is as serious as I presume it to be. How did you get such a sensitive idea and understanding into the minds of grade 2 pupils or grade 2 learners?
Okay, so G, last year it took us at least 2 terms to brainstorm the idea of the book that we're going to have. Coming into this year, I knew that I wanted to write something on Palestine or Gaza, and but I wanted it to come from the learners themselves. So they all knew. On the first day of school, every single learner in my class asked me, "Mr. Cullen, so are we going to write a book as well?" And I told them, "Gee, yes, we are going to
Wow.
write a book." And from the first day it started, and I told them, "Let's talk about issues that's going around, the world. Let's talk about world news." And the plight of the Palestinian people resonated deeply with the learners. So, Alhamdulillah, we used that as our as the plot of our story, and we never looked back. And it took us 3 weeks to complete this book, as opposed to last year, which was 3 terms. And due to the fact that we had the idea of what we're going to write on, and the book is a very, very, as you mentioned, the title "Echoes of Despair." The book is a very, very somber book. Although I in the class wrote it and I probably read it over maybe 100 times, but every single time I read I read it last night and I still teared because it tugs at your heart. It's a narrative, story. So it and the way that we got to the book was I told the learners, look around us. Everything that you see here, we have. The people in Gaza do not have. So let's make a comparison. So the entire book goes around the comparisons of what we as grade twos or we as learners in the school have as opposed to the people in Gaza. What we have and our families have as opposed to the people in Gaza. So the whole book is a comparison between what we have and what they don't have. And yeah, it is a it's a story that will really really tug at your heart. I mean, as I mentioned just now again, last night I read it again, and yeah, I did have tears running down my face. It was
And I
Is that
guess there are many lessons that will be learned by the children, your grade two learners, and people who buy the book. And I'm sure it's targeted not only at the learners, but to all of us, because there are lessons to be learned in the book. And for us just to, I guess, ignite the empathy within us and to be in gratitude for what we have, comparing to what the people of Palestine don't have. So, how big is the book? How many pages does it comprise? And have you got pictures in the book as well? Talk to us a little bit about the book. You did tell me off air that it's only going to the publishers next week, which means the launch is happening when?
the launch? We're aiming to have two launches, one in Johannesburg this coming weekend, and then one at Hartley Primary School the following weekend. The book will be ready, inshallah. It's already at the printers. The story is done. We have received our ISBN number. It has been registered with the National Library of South Africa. So we'll be expecting the book in our hands by inshallah Wednesday or Thursday latest. And then our first book launch will be in Johannesburg to service the public in Johannesburg and as well as the schools, the Muslim schools and general schools in Johannesburg, and to create awareness in Johannesburg. And then the following weekend on the 24th of February, we'll be having our book launch here in Durban. So, Jay, and with your first question, with regards to the illustrations, Alhamdulillah, last year it costed us quite a bit to pay the illustrator. This year, I approached a company in Johannesburg called Hustle Hub Marketing. It's a company run by two young gentlemen who are still studying IT at Varsity College, and they've opened their own business. And they've done the entire illustration of the book, from the cover to every single picture in the book to the back cover, for absolutely free. So,
Oh,
Alhamdulillah,
wow.
it was, they joined the initiative. They were, I don't know, if you look at the pictures themselves, the picture tells a story. Like, it's deep. It's a work of art, and every single page just coincides with the stanzas on each page, with what is written on each page. So a big jazakallah to Hustler Marketing, because if I had to go through illustrators, it would have costed us quite a bit. So they've come on board and they've done it for absolutely free, and alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. How big is the book? How many pages does it comprise? And the sales, the proceeds of the sales of the book, is that going to go to one of the charity organizations that are collecting for the Palestinian situation?
So the book comprises of, from cover to cover, 26 pages. The book is 26 pages long, and proceeds will be going to the people of Palestine. It will be given to Hartley Primary School, and they will then forward the money to the necessary authorities to send that money over to Palestine, inshallah.
You said that the first book launch is going to happen in Johannesburg. Where in Johannesburg? What time? So that people who are interested can then attend the book launch, inshallah.
Okay, so the guys that did the illustrations, they are working on. I just spoke to them earlier this morning. They're working on Kurtaba Islamic Academy,
Oh.
and apparently Kurtaba has a hotel, and they have a venue whereby we can host the book launch. So once that is confirmed, then inshallah we will put it out on all socials, on the Hartley social page, on whatever social media accounts we have. We will try and get that out to the public. Dr. Fahima Ismail has come on board as one of the marketing people, one of the people that will do the marketing for us, and she is also well versed in the fight for the people of the Palestinians, creating the awareness. So we have Dr. Fahima Ismail from Johannesburg also, that will also try and get all the role players like PSA, POA, whoever it is, to come on board and inshallah have a good book launch in Johannesburg.
Amin, Amin. Let's talk about conceptualization of the book. How much of input did you get from the kids? Did you kind of give them assignments as to what they should be thinking about and coming back to you with their little stories? And how did you then decide what's going to be encompassed in the book?
Okay, so basically, as I told you, the book is a comparison of what we have and what the people of Gaza don't have. So It was very very easy this time to get sentences and to create the book because I'll just give them an example. What do we have in the classroom? We look around and they say, "Oh, we have water." And I said, "Everybody pick up your water bottles." And everybody picked up their water bottles. And I said, "You took your water bottles out of your bag and look around our classroom. We have charts, we have chairs, and we use that as opposed to what the people of Gaza don't have." And it was that way. It was very easy to create sentences with regards to the book. And if I do have time, I'd like to read out a small uh, one of the small passages from the book which I have with me. And
Okay,
then
we've got literally 1 minute, so if you can keep it short, please go ahead.
okay, could I just read the last part of the book?
Go ahead.
Okay, okay, Bismillah. School is a place where memories are made, but here in Gaza, we fear the next raid. Teachers at your schools give off their very best, but here in Gaza, our teachers are laid to rest.
Hmm.
School is a place that embraces everyone's culture, but here in Gaza, the Zionists are killing us like an evil vulture. Your classrooms, tables and chairs are filled with your classrooms, tables and chairs are filled with charts, but here in Gaza, ours is filled with sand, blood, and despair. I'll just stop there because that's like the middle of the book.
Sure. Hectic. It really it sends a chill down your spine. I think that's a very brave and wonderful initiative by you, Zain, and the Hartley Vale School. You guys really do apply your minds and get the children really involved very, very deeply into all of these situations. So we commend you. Thank you indeed for being with us on the show this morning. Much success with the sales of the book. Kurtuba is a great venue. I know Dr. Fahima Ismail as well. She truly is very prominent and very active in the community. So, partnering with her, you will, inshallah, have a big crowd at the launch of the book here in Johannesburg. And inshallah, we will try and catch up with you again later to hear how the sales went and how the book has been responded to. So, shukran very much for being with us. Till the next time, keep us in your du'as, keep up the great work, and assalamu alaikum to you.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
That was Zain Kallan, a teacher at the Hartley Vale Primary School in KZN, talking about a collaboration with his grade 2 learners. They've come up with a book, 26-pager, called Echoes of Despair. It's about the school children in Gaza. So please do look out for that book, support it, because all the proceeds will be going to the people of Palestine. The book launch in Johannesburg, I think, will be happening at Kurtuba, but just go to the socials of Hartley Vale Primary School and you'll get an update on that. Time for us to wrap up. Thank you indeed for your company. Nice being with you. Till tomorrow morning at the same time as always. Assalamu alaikum and Khudafiz from me, Julie Ali.